He's Kevin Durant, and he again showed it in game number 3. 33 points, 12 of 21 from the floor, 7 boards, 6 assists, and 1 conversation. We get a chance to hear from him.
Robert Flom, Clips Nation. KD, like a decade ago, you were part of a young up-and-coming team in OKC. Now you're playing against a team with playing a bunch of young guys, Landry Shamet, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How important are those early playoff experiences for them? Like, how important will they be? How important were they for you?
Yeah, decade ago was a long time ago, man. And I walked in this building to play my first playoff series against a 1 seed, I think. We were 8 seed that year. And throughout the series, it was a rough one for me individually. You know, we took them to 6. You know, they were champions, but it was revealing. You know, you just learn how to play. You learn what focus and preparation is at this level, especially in playoffs, playing a team over and over again. So that work going into the summer was different. So I'm sure it's going to be the same for these young guys.
Farbodas Nashari, Clips Nation. Piggybacking off that last question, can you talk about what you saw from the Clippers' young guys today?
Well, I seen Shai come out and wanted to impose his will on the game early. You know, 25 points. He got him going to start the game. He had 14 in the first quarter, I think. And knocking down the 3, getting to the rim, putting pressure on our defense. I mean, he played with no fear tonight, and that's what kept him in the game most of the game.
KD, with a 3-1 advantage, how has your team intensified and going back home knowing that you can close it out?
Well, we got a couple days in between, so guys are just focusing on this off day and mentally and physically just kind of getting their minds and bodies right for Game 5. And, you know, when we come out there relaxed and prepared and focused to, you know, play 48 minutes of solid basketball, I think that's just been our mindset.
KD, TPJ of Hoops and Brews. Today you had 6 assists and you had 3 straight assists, I believe it was, to Klay Thompson. Can you talk just about your playmaking tonight and how you were on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, Coach called my number in the fourth to handle the ball, and that don't mean just score. You know, if I see an opportunity to get a bucket, you know, I try to take advantage. But Klay had it going. He had a mismatch, you know, especially when the ball in my hands a lot, I know it'll come around. So, you know, just try to get everybody else going and, you know, get our energy going from just touching the basketball. I think that provides energy when everybody touches the ball, and we got some stops on the other end.
Kevin, you guys were up 10 at the end of the first quarter. Clips make a run there at the end, and then right before the half, you hit that 4-point play. Just how big and important was that to double that lead from 4 to 8 going into the break?
I mean, any shots you can make going into the halftime, whether it's a layup or a 4-point play, I think that's good momentum. You know, basketball is all about momentum and flow. And, you know, they had it after cutting the lead. And, you know, they'd have been up 4 going into the half, and then they came out the third quarter with even a bigger punch. So, you know, even though it was just 4 points, you know, it was good at that time for us to get a little bit more separation, knowing that they had some momentum going into the half.
Jared Davis, LA Sentinel. KD, when the Clippers took the lead, the 5-point lead, what kind of adjustments did you guys make to really capture that momentum?
Well, you just gotta correct the defensive lapses, you know, because when we locked in on defense, we were making guys shoot over us, and you know, we're a pretty tough team. So in that stretch, they were getting some wide open threes, but we were also turning the ball over as well. So it's hard for us to set our defense up when we turn the rock over or we're shooting bad shots. And I think we had a 2-3 minute spurt of that, you know, and this team just looking for a crack in the opening for us to, you know, kind of relax and lay down just like Game 2. And, you know, but they don't stop, man. They one of those teams that's just going to make you feel them all game, and even when you go home after the game, you're going to be thinking about them because they tough.
Last 2 or 3, whenever you're starting.
KD, Chris with the Fantasy Sports Cave. Today, Doc started JaMychal Green on you today, and obviously before he had Pat Beverly in Game 4. Does your mentality, your game change, or your approach change when you start the game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, JaMychal Green is obviously taller, so where I initiate and where I operate from the floor has to change. And, you know, I can mix in, you know, playing the same way I played the previous game just a little, but, you know, to keep the defense off balance, you know, to not be predictable out there, You know, I got to use the full body of my offensive talents. You know, whether it's coming off screens, pick and rolls, being a facilitator, or scoring in the post, I just got to be ready to dive deep in the bag.
Money Pool, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, what was the key for your defense? You guys closed the game. I think you held them to 2 field goals over the last 8 minutes. In your mind, what was the key to getting that done?
Well, when we focus in and keep the ball in front, you know, make them shoot tough shots over us, and we're in solid shape. I think we did a good job with the Lou Williams pick and roll, forcing him to his right side, and you know, making him shoot the pull-up jump shot instead of getting to the paint and drawing guys. And him and Montrez having a nice 2-man game. I think we kind of eliminated that a little bit with our pick and roll coverage. You know, guys are helping out on the backside as well. So, you know, that's the game. That's the game for us. You know, these guys are, you know, can bust out and score a lot of points, especially with the shooters and the penetrators they have. So we just try to make them see bodies, make them see arms and hands, and, you know.
All right, thank you, KD.
Make them finish.
Not bad.
All smiles for KD, Clay, and company. The Warriors 1 game away from locking this series up. We'll look ahead to game number 5 and put a bow on this when we come back. Presented and fueled by Gatorade Zero. There's no quit in Clay Thompson. There were, however, 27 points from him in the first half. He had 32 overall, including 6 from deep, as the Warriors are able to move themselves 1 step away with a home win coming up in a couple of days from another meeting, perhaps with the Rockets. Here's Clay, differently dressed, ready to talk after the game.
Hey Clay, can you take us through 2 different stretches of your game in the first half with your scoring explosion, and then to open the fourth quarter, how you're approaching those things without Steph and Durant?
The ball was just finding me. I didn't do anything special. I was just getting open and knocking down shots, playing in a good rhythm. So you see a few go in, and then all you need is a little space. But give credit to my teammates. I got a lot of good shots off offensive rebounds and all shots from the offense. So it's not like I was doing anything. Just more volume, but nothing I don't do usually. Just try to get open and shoot that shot.
This is that early start game in LA. How locked in were you guys trying to just be ready for this early on?
Oh, we have our eyes on the, other teams playing, and we see Houston being up 3-0, chance to close it out. We didn't want to extend this series any longer because we know how grueling the playoffs can be. We already let one slip away, so tonight we came in with that mindset to, put our, foot on the throttle and not let go, because we let go in game 2, and we won't do that again the rest of the playoffs. I really believe that. TBJ of Hoops and Brews. Clay, when you're in those situations where you get hot in the first half, I believe you had 25 in the first half, what's your mentality going into the second half? Is it more so to continue to play within the flow, or is it to kind of just be a little bit more aggressive? Yeah, that's definitely the former. Just play within the flow. I'm not good when I'm forcing shots up. That's not my game. I got to work off my teammates. I got to play within the offense that Steve has, laid out, which has been great for us. I mean, since he's been here. And when I play within that flow, that's when I have huge nights. Not just trying to go out there and hunt for great shots, but not settle for contested looks. Just because I've made a lot of shots in the first half, but to be patient and we're on the defense, let my other teammates get involved as well.
Clay, I assume you're referring to Houston going up 3-0, right? Was that part of the decision to just move practice early yesterday? Was that, it's not often you see an NBA team wanting to practice at like 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
I don't think so. I actually believe we had the 9 a.m. start time to get us ready for the day. I'm not a morning person, so it was a struggle to get up and practice that early. Felt like I was back at Santa Margarita. But it was fun, man. Anytime I play in Staples, I really enjoy it. Especially I was so lucky as a kid to come here and watch playoff games, now be a part of it. It's a real joy for me.
Your left.
Clay, Chris with the Fantasy Sports Gate. Can you talk about the impact Steph had, even though he didn't shoot the ball that well? Can you talk about his impact on the floor along with you guys?
He still stuffs the stat sheet. I think he had close to 10 rebounds, made some great passes, had timely steals, and he did make some huge shots for us when we had nothing going on the offensive end. That step back on the left wing was a huge igniter for our offense, and even when he's not shooting well, we still trust him to take the any shot he takes. I mean, he's proved it with his career and his track record. You know, greatest shooter and scorer, one of them of all time.
Hey, Clay, what do you think Alfonso's shown you these first few playoff games?
Oh man, his ability to rebound at the 2-guard spot is huge for us. He creates so many extra possessions. He made a huge floater tonight, some big putbacks, and what a season he's had. To go from Luxembourg to playing in the NBA playoffs for the defending champs, it's an amazing story, and he deserves it because he worked so hard.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Steve was in here earlier, and he said that when you go on one of those runs, it's like the whole team feeds off of it. The bench gets livelier and everything. Do you sense that? Do you see that? Do you feel that?
I definitely feel it, and you know, I've been in that position too on the bench. When I see Steph or KD go off, it's the same thing. But I mean, it feels good to get your teammates up. That's what you play for. You do it together, and I can definitely feel it when, you know, I got it going.
Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. Clay, whenever you feel like you have a bad game, I know you kind of try to, you know, do something to get yourself going. Did you do anything the past couple days to get yourself going tonight?
Oh man, I did a couple things. I didn't think I had bad games, but I didn't have any big games. I told Jonas yesterday, we went to the beach, played some volleyball. I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna go jump in the ocean. I just know that will reset my mind, and it worked. So I don't know if I'm gonna jump up north because it's freezing, but something I'll definitely contemplate if I don't shoot the ball that well the rest of the year. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
One last one, if you don't mind, Clay. Gary George, Inland Valley News. Clay, talk about the momentum you guys took to overtake the Clippers when they had I think a 5-point lead. You guys came out very tenacious and took the lead back.
Yeah. We're lucky. We have a lot of experience, and it's not the first time we've been down. You know, going into a fourth quarter, up in the series or down in the series. So we know just to play with poise, patience, and play together. If we do those three things, we're almost unstoppable, especially when we're locked in mentally. So we weren't that worried. You know, we know they're a good team. They got some great scores. They're gonna make a run. You just can't let it deflate you.
Thank you, Clay.
Thank you.
All right, so there's Klay Thompson. Clearly the ball movement for the Golden State Warriors put him in the flow indeed, 27 in the first half. On the other side, for the Clippers, things not as pretty, unfortunately. The guard play, it was good, just didn't get it from necessarily the guard they needed it from.
Casey, when I'm having a bad day, I just want to go jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
Reset
Yeah,
myself.
I reset myself. Yeah, as long as the water's not cold.
Right.
Do you do that often?
No.
The ocean in Atlanta?
Yeah,
we are landlocked.
We're in Atlanta.
We are landlocked.
Late life.
Fortunately. Not Karan. We'll have to go to his house someday.
Yeah, you know, Karan.
Yeah.
Y'all got the man-made lakes.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, from a lake or anywhere else, it seemed like the guards of the Clips could make any shot at the end of game two. Not as many tonight. Patrick Beverly and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who set a franchise record for rookie points in a playoff game with 25 in this game. Chat afterwards.
All right, questions, anybody? Right here, front row.
Tom Marizardi from Clutch Point. Shai, you hadn't been playing well the last couple of games. Doc touched on how you were one of the keys to really get this team going. Did you have that aggressive mindset from the start? Did you feel like you really needed to play better?
Yeah, absolutely. And we addressed that in film. And then I had watched film and saw the spots where I could take advantage offensively, and I tried to do so today.
Next question, please.
TBJ of Hoops and Brews. Shai, when you going out there and you're playing that aggressively in like first halves, how do you feel that energizes the team?
Personally, I think Pat's the energy of the team. Locks us in before and at halftime and things like that. And then we just feed off of him as far as defensively. I feel like as a unit, when we get going defensively, our offense takes care of itself.
Pat, at the end of the third quarter, you guys were up by 7. They went on a 23-10 run. Describe what happened in that sequence.
They made shots.
Gary George, Inland Valley News. Shai, can you talk about, as far as Pat, going back, knowing that you guys down at 3-1, how do you inspire yourselves and the rest of your team to come out and to get a victory?
I think that we, from the beginning of the season, playoffs, training camp, we self-motivated. We look at every situation, every game as one game at a time. And, it's 3-1. That's the obvious. Everyone knows that. But to us, we just have to win the game and go from there.
Left. Here we go.
Hey, Pat and Shay, Chris from Fantasy Sportscape. Can you talk about the different element that Jermichael Green brings to you guys in the starting lineup?
I just think he's a big that can stretch the floor. Doc did a great job of making adjustments, and as a unit, we were able to switch a little bit more, get stops, run. He can space it, so kind of put him in a bad position. What they wanted to do with Bogut, we like what we had, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Pat, you've been one of the veterans, you and Lou, that's really been helping Shea along with this. How impressed were you by what he did tonight?
I mean, words really can't really describe, because I see the work every day. I've seen the work since training camp. Before he even, stepped in training camp, I watched film with him, with my best friends, and like, man, this kid gonna be special. And, you see the grind throughout the year, and he embraces it. He loves the grind. Whether it's up or down, coaches, they own him like they're supposed to be. Sam Cassell, Doc, own him tough. He never folds, very poised, cool under pressure. And, I think that, what you guys seen tonight, despite the loss, what you guys see tonight is starting to make him for sure.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Y'all have a happy Easter to you guys.
Clippers not going to go away without a fight. Question is, how much fight do you have to give to stop this man? Will it ever be enough? We'll come back here from Katie.